It began over half a century ago with the pioneering vision of one man, Sir Allan Macleay, and his unwavering belief that one company, Almac, could make a substantial contribution to the world of healthcare. Born and raised in Cookstown, Northern Ireland, Allan was the youngest of 6 and often referred to the wisdom of his Aunt Minnie, a schoolteacher, whose plain speaking and simple approach to everything had been his lifelong inspiration and guide. He was often heard repeating her favourite saying, "The Lord will send you nuts when you have no teeth left," which perfectly embodied his humorous nature. The Macleays weren't well off, but the young Allan was painfully aware that there were plenty worse off in Northern Ireland at that time. However, his modest and humble family beginnings shaped the man he became in later life. After his apprenticeship in the pharmacy profession, Allan worked as a medical rep for Glaxo in 1955. After 13 years, his well-developed entrepreneurial skills empowered him to risk venturing out on his own. And in 1968, at the very outbreak of the Northern Ireland Troubles, he founded Galen Limited, a pharmaceutical sales company focusing on women's healthcare in the UK and Irish markets. Despite the country's conflict and turbulent economic environment, Galen was the first ever £1 billion company in Northern Ireland, and one of its few industrial successes, which led to its flotation in 1997 on the London, New York and Dublin stock exchanges.
Allan Macleay, I think, of the people I've met, is Northern Ireland's #1 booster, to use an Americanism. I mean, who would have thought that somebody starting a small pharmaceutical company in the 1960s, I think I'm correct in saying just on the eve of the Troubles beginning, would have built this up into the most successful indigenous company in Northern Ireland, one of the most successful companies in these islands, the UK or Ireland.
After 33 years of incredibly successful hands-on leadership by Allan and his talented senior management team, Galen acquired US pharmaceutical company Warner Chilcott, a company whose ethos and strategy focused on pharmaceutical product development, resulting in a shift away from the services offering. It quickly became apparent to Allan that hundreds of jobs could potentially be lost in Northern Ireland as a result of this move. Concerned by the detrimental effect this could have, not only in the country's economy, but more importantly to the people and surrounding community, Allan made the strategic and somewhat risky decision to resign from the board just days before his 70th birthday.
I knew that Galen, who had set their sights in America, they were no longer interested in any of the commitment to the north of Ireland. And I had heard them discuss that at a board meeting, and they said they were just going to dispose of it. And I thought this wasn't just right. So I decided that I would purchase it back.
2 days later, he rented a small unit with little furniture, no water or electricity supply, and proceeded one by one to buy back Galen's services divisions, thereby protecting the jobs he himself had created. This was the establishment of the global organisation we know today as the Almac Group. Allan commanded great allegiance from his employees, often referred to by him as his family.
We are contributing to the health of people today, the people tomorrow and thereafter. I'm very proud, very, very proud to be part of you people and what you've done and what the Almac Group is doing and where the Almac Group is going. Thank you very much for your contributions.
The environment that Allan created and cultivated is still evident today, with the retention of a majority of senior management, who started their journey with Almac as a graduate. Alan's door was always open. He had time and a kind word for everyone, treating everyone the same: office staff, production workers, management, right up to royalty. And in 2006, it was royalty who recognised Alan for his devotion and talent when he was knighted by HRH, the Prince of Wales, in recognition of his services to business and charity. In his usual modest way, Alan never actually used the title himself and dedicated the prestigious honour to the Almac family in recognition of their tremendous efforts and achievements. Not content to rest upon its laurels and determined to maintain its competitive edge, Almac made further investment to build a new world-class, state-of-the-art North American HQ in Souderton, Pennsylvania, mirroring the successful mix of integrated services offered by the global headquarters in Northern Ireland. This investment led to the creation of hundreds of new jobs in the Pennsylvania region, guaranteeing economic stability, adding to the existing facilities already established in Durham, North Carolina, San Francisco, Lansdale, and Audubon, further extending Almac's footprint in North America. Alan's influence within the pharmaceutical industry and his local community went way beyond Almac. He was the founding chair of Queen's University Belfast's foundation, and one of the largest benefactors to Queen's in the university's history. The Macleay Research Centre for Pharmaceutical Sciences in the School of Pharmacy, which bears his name, was funded by the Macleay Trust, a charitable body which he established in 1997. Reflecting his passion for encouraging and inspiring students, he also made substantial donations to support research and education in chemistry and pharmacy at Queen's, and a range of other projects, including the Macleay Library at Queen's and the restoration of the university's Great Hall.
It is a great compliment to Alan's belief in higher education and the power of higher education, or the potential of higher education, to not only bring individuals up from very humble beginnings to much greater things, but to bring the whole of Northern Ireland up from less developed to more developed, and make sure there's a contribution.
Alan was a huge mentor to every single Almac employee, and the most significant philanthropist Northern Ireland has ever known. In 2010, just a few days after his wedding to his long-term partner, Lady Heather, Sir Alan Macleay sadly passed away. Tributes rolled in from across the globe.
A risk taker. He was certainly fearless. He was argumentative, as many will know, and as Graham, I think, alluded to. He was certainly ambitious. He was headstrong. He was hungry for success. But I think above all, folks, he was humble. He was a humble man, never forgot the roots, never forgot where he came from. He remained a very humble man. Northern Ireland has lost a great ambassador. Almac has lost a great chairman. The people of Almac have lost a great colleague and friend, and Alan liked to be referred to as a friend to the workers in Almac. He called them the Almac family, and he meant that. I personally have lost a great friend, mentor, and office comrade.
Alan's vision and spirit will live on in each of the people he touched, and in the organisation he built so generously, given to his staff through the creation of the Macleay Foundation. As a result of this incredible act, Almac will live on in prosperity for the benefit of its employees and for the benefit of society. As a fitting tribute to the memory of Alan's ambition, in 2011, Senator George Mitchell officially opened Almac's new North American headquarters.
I had the good fortune to spend many years in Northern Ireland. I'm an American, always will be, and very proud of it. But a large part of my heart and of my emotions will always be with the people of Northern Ireland. There I met many outstanding men and women, none more so than Sir Alan. We had a mutual interest in the people and the economy of Northern Ireland. It was Alan's home and my adopted home.
The $120 million investment represented one of the largest ever made by a Northern Ireland-owned firm in the United States, and further cemented Almac's commitment to continued expansion on both sides of the Atlantic. A centerpiece of the opening was the dedication of a major art installation of fused glass that tells the story of Almac and its growth over the years, interwoven with references to the quotes Alan used when talking about the ethos of the company and symbols associated with science, Northern Ireland, as well as those contained within the Pennsylvania state crest. Alan's vision and legacy continues to live on through the work and commitment of Almac's people. The organisation has grown from strength to strength, with continued expansion and entry into new markets, including Asia. It has been described as a true global leader in its field, with many companies adopting Almac as their strategic partner of choice.
Since Alan McLeay's passing, there's been many developments within the Almac Group. Alan was a man who lived for success. I have no doubt that Alan would have been extremely proud of Almac's continued success and global growth.